What is good, man? What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. Um, I'm not okay. Um, Remember last week I told you guys about the trade that I got stopped out at uh that Gbpchf trade, and then I took a loss literally yesterday on Gbpchf. I was looking to buy Gbpchf. I thought that price, you guys can clearly see that we are in a downtrend on GBPCHF. So I was expecting GBPCHF to give me like a deep pullback before selling, but then it looks like it's respecting this zone right here. Yeah, man, this thing is just it's really confusing because it's like, you know, like, does this mean that should I start taking trades and not put stops to break even anymore? um I don't know, man. I'm still conflicted, but then you know what, I don't want to get that. um I don't want to let that get to me, man. I'm not gonna dwell on a trade that, you know, that didn't go my way, man. Now it's a thing of like new week, new opportunities. So let me just give you guys an analysis. GPCHF weekly, guys. We are bearish. We are so bearish on Euro GBP. But one thing that GPCHF and Euro GBP, like, one thing that pisses me off about these things is that they tend to range a lot, though. Like, you can just clearly see from the weekly POV, like, this is just a lot. Like, it's just ranging a lot, you know. But then, if I could just look at the the most recent structure, I would say that, let me just mark this. Let me not even complicate this. Let me just go to the daily time frame. You know, we are still bearish, mad bearish, but then let me just do this so I can get a clear view. This is so this is our daily range, guys. So from a daily POV, our range is from this high to this low, and then whatever happens here is internal structure, right? So now we know that based off of the weekly and the daily time frame, we are bearish, right? We are bearish and we are looking to sell GPCHF. But then we can also see that if we go down to the 4 hour, let me do this. Just do this first. The 4 hour is also bearish, right? But then, how do I explain this now? Okay, let me do this. Let me take out the highlighter. So daily time frame, we've been creating lower lows and lower highs, and then obviously, like, the internal structure has been printing better structure as well, right? So now you can clearly see that price is in a pullback phase, right? Let me go to the 4 hour. Yeah, fuck it. um if you look at price then on the 4 hour, this is a pullback phase, right? So now we don't know how deep this pullback phase is gonna last, you get, because we don't, because the market could come and respect whatever supply that's here, and then could continue with the downtrend and take out these lows, or this pullback This move to the upside could just be the start of a bigger pullback within this daily range, coming to test supply that's resting around these areas or wherever before shooting down. Because as soon as price starts, you know, even though the market is probably gonna start going up, we know that it's still within this daily range. And what is our daily range? Our daily range is this high and this low right here. So we know that we can't change our daily bias until this high gets violated, right? So now whatever happens here, we know that okay, price is probably just giving us a pullback. But what do we need to wait for in order to know that okay, there's a high chance that that price might end up pulling back to these areas here? Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Right, you guys can clearly see the 4-hour time frame looks like this. The 4-hour time frame is bearish, creating what? A series of lower lows and lower highs. We just need to see a break of this high on the 4-hour time frame. As soon as as soon as I see price breaking this 4-hour high, then I know that okay, the down one the move to the downside has, I wouldn't want to say finish, but like price is not gonna. There's a high chance that price is gonna start testing supply zones that's sitting over here, and just off of the 4-hour, I can already see that there is a order block right here. Though. I see an order block that has been unmitigated, right? So now it aligns with the high time frame that okay, price might come test here, and also if we look at the fib on the daily, you know, it's within the 0.71 fib area, so that is a good place for price to start retracing to. You get, so now it's just a waiting game because no, what am I saying? Yes, okay, we got our, we spotted our order block. We can clearly see that price also around this area here is printing relatively equal highs. So according to my knowledge, when there's relatively equal highs or relatively equal lows, there is liquidity probably resting above uh, these relatively equal highs here. So price might come and sweep and sweep the liquidity, or hunt for stop losses that are sitting and resting above these highs before shooting to the downside. But then for me to know that price is definitely gonna get there, guys, let's not forget we need to see. I'm hoping for this high to get broken before I start considering looking to buy this market. You get me? Or I could just easily wait and just have one trade and just wait for the sales that might occur at my order block. You get, so let me just hop onto the, let me just mark this out right here. Oh yeah, so you guys can clearly see now. Let me just go into the 15-minute one. If you can just hop onto the 15-minute, on the 15-minute, our 15-minute range is from this high to this low right here. So whatever happens in between here is 15-minute internal structure, right? So you can clearly see, guys, price came, gave us an impulse to the downside, and then it's just been correctively moving to the upside. So this is a correction. It might, the market might respect 15-minute structure and just continue shooting to the downside from there. The thing is, we don't know, we can't predict, we just have to react to what the market tells us, right? And then if this move happens, then you know, on the high time frames, it's just It's just this minor pullback here, and that's why I had my TP set around here, because we don't know whether the market's gonna break this high or not. So it's rather safe to have had my TP here and then call it a trade. But then Gbpchf decided to play around and do some dumb shit before going to my direction. But that's cool. That's cool. So what do I see on the 15? Let me just go on the 1 hour. Fast. So price was at this zone here. Here I am. Zone. That price was playing. This zone got violated. You guys can clearly see. This is the zone that caused price to start, like consolidating and stuff and moving funny. But then it eventually violated. So now what do we see on the 15 minutes? Let me do this. Let me go on the 4 hour actually. Because right now I'm just trying to identify any supply zones here that get. So from how I know, okay, is this valid? I think this is valid. So I'm just gonna mark this one and probably have like a refined one as well. There's another one here. It's on the 4 hour. Yes, 4 hour 15. Okay. Someone could look at this as well. Now I'm just gonna keep it on these ones. Okay, so now we know that we are in a pullback phase, right, on the low time frame. So what do we see the market doing? Market is clearly creating bullish structure within this pullback. You guys can clearly see got a high, got a low. Prices, it gave us an impulse to the upside, right? What do you expect? You expect the market to come, give us a pullback before coming to our zone. Then once price does this, you know, so there's two trades you can take here on Gbpchf. You can either wait, you can either, you know what, dog? There's three opportunities that someone could decide to sell this pullback if price does give us a pullback before reaching the zones, and then wait for market structure to shift before taking the buys, and then also wait for the market structure to shift bearish before taking the sells. Whatever, so it's all up to you for which position do you want to execute. But like if the market does give us this, I'd rather wait to take buys once it gets here, you know to target this zone, and then because um I'm looking at it from, I'm looking at the bigger picture, because I on the high time frame I do see that we've got an unmitigated zone, right? So we've got relatively equal highs. So from that analysis alone, you know, I would like to believe that there's a high chance that the market is gonna break this 15-minute high here, or this internal high, this minor high right here. So I'd rather wait for the market to come here before looking to buy. I wouldn't feel comfortable taking this sell, because nah, I'd just rather take a buy here, have probably like have two positions. Once it gets here, that's a TP for one, and then move stops to break even, and then let the second trade ride. Whatever happens, happens. If the market decides to respect here, and then my stop loss gets charged on the second one, then I know that okay, I won one trade, got out at break even on the other one, because we really don't know what the market's gonna do. you know. So that's how I would manage a trade on Gbpchf, you know. This pair that likes to wick a lot, guys. Yes, yes. So yeah, that's basically the analysis, guys, for the week. This is what I'd like to see coming into the week. And oh, my sister's calling. So yeah, guys, I'll check you guys on the next video.